Up at the top of the hill.
Well, if you go up the top of the hill,
Okay.
we used to live around the corner, and keep going, and there's two, three houses in between, I guess. Now, probably was then, I can't remember. But the family of Thompsons lived there.
Hmm.
Some of them got burned out someplace, and they wanted a place to live, and that house was empty because the old people had died off or moved away. So they went there and lived there a long time. And so I think, uh, let's see, who'd she marry now?
Patsy or
Lucas.
yeah, Patsy Lucas.
Lucas.
Married Donnie. She married Donnie Lucas, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Before that, the people that owned it was Thompson.
Mhm.
That was Thompson Ridge. I don't know if they call it Thompson Ridge anymore or not. I don't know. I can't remember. It doesn't seem like it's named that. But if you took a right, going up there, you'd go down to Tenny's. They had the still across the road.
Oh, that where your dad had his
Yeah.
still? Yeah.
Um, keep on going up there, and there was another set of buildings at the end of the road where we went down before we got burned out.
Okay.
Um, they built a new house on the foundation that burned when I was a kid.
I remember you telling me that you picked potatoes next with your uncle next to where the foundation of the house you'd been born in. Do
Yeah,
you know where that was?
yeah, that was down by, that was in an opposite direction
Okay.
from where I, where we got burned out.
Okay. So,
We went up towards Liberty.
okay, is that on Route 3 or
Yeah, just off Route 3, a good half a mile.
okay. Yeah, going up towards Liberty. Okay.
Yeah, if you went up that road where Alfred Merriam and Lloyd Hook and Alfred Hook, uh, Bogues, they had another name, but I can't think of it. Bogues Hook and Matty
Mhm.
had the kids there, but Cooper, he, he went down and had, his name is Cooper,
Mhm.
and Paul, no, not Paul, but Lloyd, not Lloyd was it? Alfred Merriam.
Yep.
Well, just past that house,
Okay.
that was where we used, where I was born, and we'd go back there with my Uncle Clarence, and we'd plant potatoes.
Hmm. And the house had fallen in.
When I first saw it, it was just old beams sticking out.
Wow.
Yeah. And the foundation, of course, was probably still rocked up, I think. I, yeah, there was a foundation, there was a hole in the ground, I'm sure. Quite sure that I could see that.
Hmm.
Didn't pay too much attention in
Oh yeah.
those days, you know.
Had your family owned that house? Had that been like a
That was
family house or?
family, I think, of the Fullers.
Hmm.
When they went there, I don't know, but they had they had two, three different ways to get in there. Most of it was by horse and wagon, you know.
Yep.
Uh, with a jeep or high wheels, you could get most anywhere. But there was a Witcher Road, they called it.
Mhm.
That came out up the top of the hill and it went down to Paul Ranch, they called it. There was a couple of houses up in there before you went to the woods. There was quite a big swamp up in there.
Mhm.
Witcher Road, they called it. But you couldn't get through there with an automobile, but
Mhm.
it was a shortcut at one time going up through the swamp and coming out up to South, well, back on 3 again.
Okay.
You could go from the Searsbot village straight ahead right up there, but there was no one, they kind of quit using it, and the road grew up to bushes and stuff. So you could walk in there and go hunting and stuff. My father and another guy was lost in there one night, and so someone heard that they were lost, so they needed help. I think they got out of there that night, but of course in those days, no lamps, no kerosene lanterns they might have taken in to help them, but there would be a stump of growth sticking up, but down here be full of water, you know.
Yeah.
And it's hard to walk through.
Yep.
Even though if you didn't want, if you didn't care if you got your feet wet or not, why you keep going. But at night, if you stay too late because you got lost at night, you couldn't get out very well, you know. Even with a light, unless you had a compass, probably. It's easy to get turned around if you don't know what you're doing and can't tell which way you go. Of course, I always talked about that when we were young, you know, hunting. It didn't amount to much. You know, it was a nice Paul ranch, they called it. Beautiful buildings. And
What is the word? What are you saying?
Paul Ranch.
A Paul Ranch?
Yeah. They called it the name of Paul, a bunch of people with the name of Paul, P-A-U-L, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Paul, and they named it something ranch.
Right.
And they hired 6 or 8 men. My father, I don't know if he was in that picture or not. I had a picture of 5 or 6 of the big men that were working there. They had open fields, they cut hay, of course, no machinery, I don't think, to cut hay. They had to cut it by hand.
Yep.
I think. They didn't get the mowing machine too long ago, from my age at that time. They did have a mowing machine. They pulled with a cutter bar about so long, probably.
Yep.
They could cut a field quite good, but nothing like they have today, of course.